Hello and welcome to Real Talk with Stacey Renee. I'm so excited that we have Lara Grice on with us, and she is going to tell us all about the most amazing NORWEX products. Welcome, Lara.
Hi, Stacey. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I was invited to one of your NORWEX parties, and I was so impressed on the cleaning ability that you showed us. And so I wanted to tell you, guess what came in the mail today? Ironically, when we were scheduled, is my...
Yay! Oh, I'm so glad it made it to you.
Yes, me too. So I was going to open it live with us. But before I do that, tell us a little bit about your product, how you got into it, why you have such a passion for it. I mean, just give it to us.
Yeah, so I'm an independent NORWEX consultant, and the reason I got into it is we've had some chronic health issues in our family.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it has led to some chemical sensitivities with my husband and a couple other of us, and so we really have been working to try to get chemicals out of our home. And then I got invited to a NORWEX party and was just amazed with what I heard. So I hosted my own party, and after hosting that party, I just fell in love with it so much, I decided I wanted to start selling the product myself. So the thing that I absolutely love the most about it is you can completely clean with just microfiber and water and completely cut the chemicals and toxins out of your house. So that is really the big draw for me.
Right there is a huge selling point. And I know because there's been so much controversy in the products that we're putting on our counters, our animals are touching and being part of, and the chemicals that we're breathing in. So before we really knew, this is kind of a funny story, and it goes with the chemicals, is my husband thought it would really be cool to do, like, because we were spraying the house down. He's like, oh, let's do a Lysol train. And I was like, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, break the back. And I just freaked out. So for this, and that's what caught my attention, for this chemical free and just use products was a huge seller for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you, in our family, since we've been cutting the chemicals out, I've really noticed how different, all of us have noticed different things that we didn't know were symptoms of being exposed to chemicals. I think we're just so used to it that the headaches on a daily basis, one of my kids gets hives based on certain things, even just like my husband tends to get angry when he gets exposed to things like paint fumes. We figured out as we're stepping away from those things. So, it's really shocking, the things that we've experienced since cutting out the chemicals.
That's huge. That is just huge. And it just solidifies what we need to redirect and choose a healthier alternative for cleaning. Because as you know, cleaning is a huge thing right now. So you getting into this business and having the passion, seeing the changes that not only for yourself, but your whole family is instrumental to your health. And I think once we start going in that direction a little bit more, I think it's going to be more crucial, and it's going to really be brought into the forelight. So I'm going to open my box because I'm so excited.
Me too. I can't remember what you even ordered, so I'm excited to see what comes out of this box.
I know. Well, you know what? There's a couple other things that I wanted to get to, but I didn't. And you guys have this most amazing thing, and I caught it, and I wish I would have gotten it, and I didn't. And it was something for the fruit and the vegetables.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got a cloth and a spray.
And, here's the thing is, I just heard that some kids were going around when all of this, being healthier and cleaning and kind of being shut down happened. They were licking the fruit.
Oh, well, that's disgusting.
Gross.
And scary. But
yeah.
I mean, think about how many people touch your fruit and vegetables or have contact with it before it gets to your house, right?
And I didn't think about that as much. And I know that we, not only do you get them and you get them in your house, and sure, you can rinse them off, right? I mean, we rinse everything off, but we're not really getting everything off, right? It's kind of like if you have something in your hands and you rinse it off and you're like, God, it's still sticky. Kind of like the honey. And you're like, it's still sticky.
Exactly.
But if you just rinse it off, it's still there.
Yeah. Well, they
So,
wax the fruit, right? And to make it shine and look pretty. Well, that traps dust and dirt in that wax. And I never even thought about that before.
no.
It blows my mind.
Crazy. So just so you know, I'm going to be getting one of those.
All right.
So I got this handy dandy little wand because I'm noticing in my house that the cupboards, I want that to be done, or there's like the little corners of the house. And so this is my wand, and I love that you can, oh, it has a little like a handle on it. So I'm really excited to have this. Can you see it okay?
Yes, it's one of my favorites. One thing I love about that is you can bend it, right? So you can bend it and then hook it around your ceiling fans. You can get in really tight spaces. Like one place that I've been doing is my laundry vent. Like you can stick it in there and get all of the dust out of the trap.
Think about that.
Get high up, really high up above your ceiling fans. It attaches to the mop as well, like the mop handle, so you can get cobwebs up high. See, look, bend it.
I'm trying to. Do I have to extend it? I just got this, as you guys
know.
No,
it doesn't extend. It's
I'm afraid to break
easily. You had to get a workout in there.
Oh, there we go. It just takes a little bit of more muscles.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that. That was
so you
really
can get
easy.
it on tops of shelves, and it's awesome.
And then you can just take it off and throw it in the washer, right?
Yep. Well, you don't even have to do that very often because you can just get a rubber brush and brush everything right off outside or into your garbage most of the time. Oh, you got the rubber brush. Look at that. So you just use the rubber brush and brush all that dirt right off into your garbage.
Yeah. So
you don't have to wash it after every time.
Looks like I chose the right products then. And then this is, this is the little black brush that I heard people talking about. And I got this because I have animals.
Awesome.
And it was driving me crazy because I don't like, a bunch of animal hair. And they like to sit on the couch and they're part of family. So I wanted them. So I just wanted to do this with them. So
yeah, works great on my microfiber couches. I've got 2 black dogs and their hair is all over my couches, which is great. It works great on the stairs. Like if you don't want to get your vacuum out, if you've got carpet on your stairs, brush that right off.
Yeah, so that was exciting. So thanks for the excitement of opening it with you and making sure I know how to bend it, and it does just a little bit more muscle than instead of going, which I guess we want it to do that because then it wouldn't really work well. So anyway, tell us about what you would like to show us today that you feel is probably essential in everybody's home.
Okay, gotcha. So our main big product, I think that is the biggest seller that we have is the Enviro cloth, and that's E for everything. So I use this cloth on everything. It's got amazing cleaning power. I've got one right here to show you. It's pretty big, as you can see, and it's super soft. You can clean 90% of the things in your house with this, with just this microfiber cloth and water alone. So I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that have some microfiber already at home that they've used, and just think, well, why can't I just use that? Well, you can, but there are some major differences here, right? Yeah. There's 3 main differences that are between our microfiber and something that you might get at the store. It is the size of the fibers. So in order for something to be called microfiber, it has to be 1/6 the size of a human hair. So pull a piece of hair out of your head, split that into 6 pieces. That is what would that's what would constitute the size of a microfiber.
Wow. Yeah, NORWEX, that's like super, super thin.
Right. So split it into 6, right? Well, NORWEX microfiber is actually 1/200th the size of a human hair.
Wow.
Which you can't even fathom that, right?
No.
So when they take those tiny little fibers and they weave it together, the second thing that is really a big difference in ours is the density of our fibers. You'll see, if I show it up a little bit closer, it's got a bit of a weave to it. And if you were to take this cloth and unravel it, there are 1,800 miles of microfiber in this one cloth.
Wow, that's crazy. Like,
so they're super dense. If you were to stretch it out, you could stretch it all the way from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico with what's in this one cloth. So the density of these, make it incredibly absorbent.
Which means that they last a long time, right?
Yes, they last. I have a couple that I've had for, my mom had bought for me years ago when I had no idea
Mm-hmm.
what they were. I just thought they were really nice cloths. But I have had that one for 5 years, and I wasn't using it properly this whole time, but it still works great. But there is a 2-year
So
warranty.
when you say you wasn't using it properly, I'm sure some of us are wondering, what do you mean you weren't using it properly? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so these cloths, all you need to use with them is water. So you don't want to be using them with any cleaning products. If you do, it will clog up the fibers, which are really, you know, those tiny little threads are like fingers that'll go and pick up all these materials for you. So if you're using them with cleaning chemicals, they kind of coat those fibers and they're not able to work as well. And you're also supposed to only wash them using a washing detergent that is free and clear. So you don't want anything with any fillers in it. You don't want to use bleach. You don't want to use any fabric softeners or dryer sheets with them. So it's just clog up the fibers.
So if I were to take that and I clean the counters with it, I can clean the floors with it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can
it's
clean
a little
anything.
mind-blowing. I won't lie to you. It's a little mind-blowing just because we are so in a habit of we have to have cleaning product. That's the only way that it's going to be clean. And I think that we need to get out of that because that's what we've been trained to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. And so that's the difference. You can clean mechanically or you can clean chemically, right? And we are used to cleaning chemically, but mechanical cleaning is removing everything from the surface. And that's what NORWEX does. So if you get this cloth wet and you use it on a flat, you don't want to bunch it up. You want a flat surface so that there's no air bubbles in there and you're wiping it across your surfaces. It's removing everything.
That
so,
is
you know,
psychologically crazy to me, but I think it's amazing. And I love that there's no chemicals.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really great demo videos that I would love, you know, people to watch. I think you've seen it because I shared some of it in the party where it shows the difference between cleaning cloths and using an EnviroCloth and what is left behind. And it's nothing when you use this, but the cleaning cloths tend to spread everything around rather than actually removing it. So the other really great thing about this is that it has our backlock technology, which means that there is silver infused through the cloth. And so they're self-purifying. So after you're done wiping things up, you just take it, run it underwater and rub it together. And then wring it out, and you're going to take and just hang it up. And over 24 hours, as it's drying, the silver basically suffocates any bacteria in there. Right. So they don't get smelly.
Cool. I'm totally getting one of those.
They are the best. So I use mine for a week or two before I wash them. They self-purify. And so you don't have to wash it all the time, and they never stink. Then I, throw them in the wash every week to 2 weeks, depending on how heavily soiled they are. And then you can do a deep cleaning like once a quarter. I do a deep cleaning every, 3-4 times a year. Yeah. So these are really, really awesome. I absolutely love them.
Thank you for sharing that. That's incredible.
Sure.
Do you happen to have that fruit and vegetable cloth with you?
I do. Actually, I have it sitting right here.
I am obsessed about wanting to get that thing. I mean, so now I'm going to have to place another order and get that environmental cloth and the fruit and vegetable one.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah, we've got 2 different things that are for cleaning your fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
So first is our fruit and vegetable cloth. And again, it's pretty big. And it also has that, it's got 2 sides. Sorry, one side is scrubby.
I was going to ask, does it have like a texture to it? Like it's a little bit harder, coarse? Okay.
It is. Yep. And so the harder side is for like vegetables and fruits that have a thicker skin. So avocados, oranges, things like that.
Apples?
Also,
because of that wax on them? Okay.
Yes. It'll get all that wax off. Potatoes. The scrubby side is scrubby enough that if you press hard enough, you can actually peel some things too. So if you want to if you really scrub it, it'll peel your carrots for you.
Oh,
right.
Nice.
So get the outside coating off. Yes, exactly. Great for potatoes and stuff too. And then the other side is the soft side is meant for like polishing it, and you can shine it up and just anything that's a softer skin. So like your tomatoes or grapes, if you wanted to do every little grape or something along those lines, you could use it for that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's I might have to put the kids to do that for the grapes.
Yes. Well, so that's why we have a spray. the spray is great for the types of things that you're not going to be able to rub off, or if like the grapes, they have a skin, but who's going to sit there and clean every single grape off, right? So we have this, it's fruit and vegetable spray. Can you see that?
Yep, move it up just a smidgen. Okay, good. Yep, I see that.
So this is for all those other things that you may want to soak instead. I know I used to just soak my stuff in water or rinse it off and think like, oh, okay, it's clean. Ugh. Well, it's definitely not. I see now that I have this stuff and I've like soaked my grapes in it. I cannot believe how dirty that water is after I've already rinsed them as well. So, unfortunately in today's world, there are tons of pesticides, dirt, wax, just residue. You don't know what kind of rodents have walked across your fruit before.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes, all the hands that have touched it from picking it, from shipping it, all those different things. So, this, all you do is you take an ounce of it and you pour it in a glass bowl with 2 cups of water, and you put your berries or whatever in there, let it soak for 2 minutes, and then just rinse it off, and it's completely clean. So it's biodegradable, it's plant-based and completely non-toxic.
Awesome.
So
you can get really, a lot out of that bottle.
Yes. Yeah. This will last a long time. And so if you don't want to soak something too, if you like say, you just want to rinse your apple off, you can just spray this on it, let it sit there for 30 seconds, and then dry it off with the cloth as well.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, this will go a very long way.
Awesome. And real quick, as far as cleaning, because I know the other one, the environmental cloth, you said that you would wait generally about a week to wash it. If you're doing the fruit and vegetables, what would you suggest with that?
The same thing. Really, it just depends on how often you use that and how often you want to. It'll self-purify as well. So actually, you know what? I take that back. This one is not, the fruit cloth does not have the silver in it. So this one, still just as often as you feel like you need to clean it, it still doesn't need to be cleaned like on a daily basis.
I think that's just really important for people to know, because I think that that's a great feature for us to have now to, make sure that we wash our fruit and be more mindful of what goes in our bodies.
Yeah. And one other thing I was going to tell you about the EnviroCloth, that they do have little travel size ones too. I don't have one by me right now, but they're about the size of a fork. So they're this big, and they are
really
awesome for throwing in your purse and having with you. Like if you're going to the grocery store right now, and
I was going to say, wipe your car, wipe everything, grab stuff, put it in your car with it. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's a great idea.
And if the kids ever do go back to school, I am sending these with them so they can wipe their desk down with a little travel one. Won't take up much room, but just remove everything from that desk.
Or is it a packet of them? Do you buy them individually? I don't know.
Yeah, so there's different package sizes for the travel ones. I think they come in a package of 4 for the travel ones, but there's also a travel package where you can get just one EnviroCloth, one little window cloth, and one body cloth that are all travel packs as well. So there's a couple different options.
All right. Well, I have a foreseeable future that I will be ordering more, because this is just blowing my mind. I love it. I love the healthy stature of the products and what it has to offer, and that you're not washing it every day. I mean, that takes a lot of time out of, your busy schedules as it is. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to take you to your website, just so people could see what it is. So let's go there, share. And this is the NORWEX website. And it looks like if you wanted to place an order, you could. Laura, while we're looking at this, could you please tell them your website name and how to get a hold of it?
Yep. So if you want to order some NORWEX from me, my business website is Lara Grice. I'll spell this out for you in just a moment. It's laragrice.norwex.biz. So that's LARAGRICE.NORWEX, NORWEX.biz, BIZ. So that's just going to take you to the site where you can order products from me. If you have any questions, I would, be thrilled to speak with anybody and answer any of their questions. And you could reach me at, my email address is laratoxinfree@gmail.com. That's LARA toxin chemicalfree@gmail.com.
Very cool. And we'll have that up on the screen too, so it's easily accessible. And again, there's the power to clean without harmful chemicals. What a great product. What a great site. I am just thrilled to have these options and to have it available. And I can't wait to use my wand and my black thing. I mean, this is so exciting.
Yes, let me know how it goes. And thanks
I
for letting
will.
me share.
Yes, thank you so much, Lara. I appreciate your time and educating the community and everybody out there just to have a healthier lifestyle. Anything else that you want to leave us with?
I'm sorry?
Is there anything else that you want to leave us with?
No, but that's really it. I hope
Okay.
that everybody is able to move towards more chemical-free homes.
Okay, perfect. I love it. All right, well, this is Stacey Renee with Real Talk, and you can't lead a positive life with a negative mind. And until then, don't coast in neutral, positive shift ahead. I'm Stacey Renee.